Good evening. This is Politics 24/7, and I am Barbwa Wawa. Tonight we have an exclusive interview with Kempite, an early member of U4PREZ. Kempite first began his candidacy when U4PREZ was in its infancy a year ago, back in February 2007. From that point on, his participation as a candidate brought many new trends to U4PREZ and lots of intense debate. From initiating the first caucus on U4PREZ to the introduction of using campaign-style press releases on U4PREZ, Kempite helped to initiate new ideas and concepts to the online political community. Additionally, Kempite brought attention that was connected to him through those who did not like him. His campaign had become synonymous with the partisan attacks that a select few threw at Kempite relentlessly. These accusations ranged from the sublime to the ridiculous. At times in his reactions to the constant attacks, Kempite leveled responses that were seen as sharp but creative. Some say that he just threw fuel on the fire, others say he rightfully fought back. Then, in September of '07, it all came to an end. Kempite's March primary victory was revoked, and his rating was penalized as U4PREZ administrators confirmed that Kempite had placed a code in his platform which tampered with certain ratings that were given to him. From that point on, Kempite dropped out of sight. In the months since then, many have debated what happened. Some have ridiculed and cursed him, others have praised and defended him. Yet through it all, Kempite has been silent. Until now. Tonight, 24/7 brings you his first public remarks since the controversy began. Kempite, welcome to Politics 24/7. How are you? Where have you been?
Well, first of all, Barbwa, thank you very much for having me. I appreciate the opportunity. As for where I've been, well, I've been trying to keep busy. Been a little politically active, had some health issues which kept me from doing quite a lot at the beginning of the first 2 months. But I've been getting in the swing of things.
Well, I think not just myself, but all of America would like to know, why did you do it? Why did you just risk everything by placing this code into your platform?
Well, frustrations. That's what led to it. And bottom line was I had been getting assailed, attacked incessantly by offline ones. We have to remember that U4PREZ had a different voting system and rating system at the time, which was quite controversial and open to a great deal of fraud. And there would be, for a period of a month, 3 or 4 nights a week in the wee hours of the morning, my platform would be hit by anywhere from 125 to 225 offline ratings, unregistered voters who were rating me, ones of course. That adds up. I mean,
one being the lowest.
The lowest
you can get.
Yes. And this happened for quite a while. U4PREZ even confirmed that I was getting an unusually, quote, unusually large amount of hits. They also told me that they were all from proxy servers.
I guess America could understand your frustration.
Well, that's just it. The reason I did it was because it got to a point where the old rating system in U4PREZ, as well as the way they selected winners of primaries, was so flawed, and my platform was under such attack, and I have my suspicions as to who was behind it, but it was under such attack that I felt I needed to combat the fraud that was being perpetrated against me. And this code was passed on to me, and so I placed it in my platform. But it just got to a point where nothing was being done about the fraud being perpetrated against me, and it was beginning to run rampant. And so out of frustration, I I put the code in.
I'm sure I'm not the only American who might be thinking this question. Knowing what you know now, going through what you've gone through, would you do it again?
No. No. Well, I can't say absolutely that I wouldn't be tempted. I might be tempted if the same kind of fraud were to be perpetrated against me. But I do know that I wouldn't do it, and there is no need to, because as I said, U4PREZ has rectified the situation. They have corrected their voting system as well as their rating system. And to me, the ratings don't mean quite as much as the individual elections that are held. And so I see no need to do it, and I also regret having done it because it created an air of doubt,
Now,
which, I do regret.
when this all broke, you were stripped of your primary victory and lost points in your rating. And as an additional penalty by the administration, they disqualified you, they banned you.
No, they didn't ban me.
They didn't ban you.
No, they deducted points from my rating and took away the primary victory.
So why did you not continue? You could have ran a write-in campaign.
Yeah, they did give that opportunity to anyone out there, U4PREZ. But at the time, there was a mix of being fed up with the false allegations, the charges being created by conspiracy theorists on U4PREZ, combined with the fact that after having done something that I can easily understand why people would see it wrong, but I felt it necessary to combat what was occurring, I just didn't want to bother having to explain myself again. And because of such a center of attraction and controversy, a lightning rod, let's say, it got to a point where I felt we needed to let things calm down. We needed to let the dust settle, and that's what I did.
Sure. Being away, you've had a lot of time to think, to be introspective.
Mm-hmm.
So what have you been doing since your self-imposed exile from U4PREZ? What did you do? What have you been doing since you've been away from all of your loyal supporters?
Actually, I'd really prefer not to divulge that information.
You would not want to share what you did?
No.
So you have done things, but you're not actually letting the public or your fans know what it was?
Well, yeah, it's not that I'm trying to be very secretive. It's just that U4PREZ has become a virtual online reality that is as vindictive and can be as mean-spirited as real politics. It's a shame, really, but true. And that being the case, I've learned that I will not allow the existing handful of malcontents to reach into my personal life, my real-life existence, and manipulate it and use it against me. That I'm not going to do. I mean, I'm not going to allow some of my past mistakes to be repeated, and I'm not going to give the small but insistent minority of online loons and egomaniacs and conspiracy theorists the chance to infiltrate my personal life. I'm just not going to go there.
Thank you for sharing so much. I know that there are a lot of very anxious people out there that have been waiting for your return, mine included.
Thank you.
I must suggest to you now, I am a huge fan.
I'm a fan of yours, Barbara. Very much, very much. I'm so pleased to have the opportunity to interview with you and possibly re-enter the political fray on U4PREZ.
Thank you for sharing all of your wonderful time with us.